What's the most amount you have made in a year? What's the most amount you have made in a year?
300K.
What do you do to make that?
I'm in the sales line.
Are you good in sales?
I would say okay. I mean, I can convince people. Look at my videos, you can tell that I convince you to do a certain thing or go to certain places. My full video.
Take action to improve your life.
Yes. Reaction lah. There's reaction from people lah after watching my videos.
One tip for people to sell better or be a better negotiator.
Experience it. Means you go through all this sales job or try to sell something and then look at people's reaction when you say certain things. Let's say now you mention something and then their face. So you know that keyword or that sentence, right, you shouldn't be saying because it causes them to be uncomfortable. So communication is very important. If you can communicate well, you can deliver the message properly, right? People will be convinced by you and that's where you get the sales.
People see you as very confident. What is one tip to develop confidence?
Go to gym lah. Give you an example. Today I tell you to lift up a 30 kg dumbbell. You think that it's impossible unless you have been going for a few years. But let's say now, right, I go through the 10 kg, 20 kg. Now I go through the 30 kg. Don't forget, 1 year ago, right, you remember that you cannot do that 30 kg, but now you're doing it. Of course, you break that barrier. So now you're more confident in doing things. So when you do business or what, right, because you have got this experience that you broke some barrier, now you've got the confidence to do more things.
It's transferable.
Yes.
You just invested in the prawn noodle store. Congrats.
Yes.
Then?
It's called 165 pork ribs and prawn noodle.
You're constantly expanding.
Yes.
What ultimately drives Zente?
I want to make more money lah. I always remember this quote. If you're born poor, it's not your fault. If you die poor, it is your fault. I came from a family with no money. I didn't have a lot of things. So in order for me to get a lot, I have to fight through a lot of things. At a very young age, I started working. I put myself through a lot of difficult times, sleeping little, going through a lot of jobs, just so that I can experience the toughness. So that, you know, like now, whatever challenges you throw at me, right, it's not really that tough as compared to how I was if I didn't have all this experience.
And you want to provide for the people around you.
Yes, I want to provide for my family more because in order for me to be more generous, right, I have to have a lot more. If I don't have a lot more, how can I provide? Me and my family, we are very close-knitted. So in order for them to enjoy more, I must work harder.
Thanks, Zen. Really inspiration.
Thank you.
The best in your ventures.
Yes, come out, eat my prawn noodle.
At what age do you become a millionaire?
26.
And how do you feel when you got there?
Honestly, I didn't feel any significant emotions. In fact, I was a lot happier when I made my first 200K compared to that million.
People out there might feel that you're joking. It's true?
It is true. Okay, I can explain further.
Sure.
Firstly, when you are surrounded with people who are 7 figures, 8 figures, a million is insignificant. And secondly, I felt like I've been chasing for this goal since I was like 16.
Right.
So when it happened, I'm not surprised.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an inevitability.
Yes, that's right.
What advice would you give for people that want to be in your position to make that million before 30?
I am not afraid of failure. The best way to learn as humans is to make mistakes, right? I think the problem with most people is that their ego are too afraid to fail because they don't want to look bad. But there's no point trying to make sure everything is perfect before they take the first step.
You speak a lot about financial literacy.
That's right.
What is the best financial advice that you ever received?
Best financial advice. My mentor once told me this: there is no such thing as a rich victim. So
That is solid stuff, man.
yeah. Whenever you victimize yourself, whenever you lay blame, and whenever you try to complain, you lose the control to change your life. So one huge part about being wealthy is your mindset. And the first step is to take full responsibility over your life.
Last question. What is one philosophy that guides your life and business?
I believe that we are remunerated according to the value that we bring to society. So always make sure you improve. Always make sure that you grow in all areas of life. And think about how we can add more value to our clients and to the people out there.
Such amazing advice, man. I appreciate you. It's not just a good entrepreneur, it's a good human being. Check out his social. I don't usually plug stuff, but I have to plug it for him. Do check it out. What's the most amount you made from a brand deal?
High 4 figures.
And did you start that way?
Oh, hell no, man. Bro, I did like 2 years making content without getting paid anything. No brand deals, no ad revenue. Just trying to be consistent, trying to know what to post, finding my niche. I mean, I dropped out of poly to pursue content. My lecturer thought I was crazy when I wanted to sign the withdrawal form. So no, I did not start off making hundreds. But when I was making no money, right, I placed myself in a position where I'm already making a lot of money. So the mindset, how you carry yourself, mentality, physicality, carry yourself like you're already there. So when I had 0 starts or 100 starts with low views, right, why did I carry on? Because I envisioned myself already there. That is what keeps me going. Okay. I believe in myself, you know, Kevin? I believe in myself.
I believe you do. A lot of reiterations in his content as well. You pivoted
tell me,
content quite a bunch. You started off with weird shit, right? And then along the way,
Yes,
you
yes.
pivoted. What is one underrated or undermentioned mindset when it comes to creating content?
The final video is not how you film it. It can be jumbled up. It can be in different ways. It cannot even be the same thing. The final video is just a vision. It's like an artist painting its picture. I've gone shoots where I thought it was boring. And in the end, the final project, entertaining. And it does well.
I'll say, some of his best works were impromptu as well. Most viral ones. The one you touch the guy's head. The one where you go on the lorry with the workers.
That was all impromptu. Obviously, I wasn't there the day before scripting, I'm going to find a lorry and go up. But that's not what I mean by it being boring. Because these are all the spontaneous things that I actually find myself doing because my intrusive thought just win over me. Why I started even talking to strangers and everything like that is just because I want to open myself up into having better communication skills and everything like that.
Last piece of advice.
Advice right here. Very good advice. Guys, do not come in the content industry. Leave it all to me.
It's difficult, it's tough. You get laughed at, you get people saying your embarrassment. If you see all that, we tell you all that, and you still decide to go to content, then go for it. What's the most amount you've made in a month?
24,000, but the work is I sleep at 4 a.m. every night.
You charge a little bit lower per deal, right? Why do you do that?
I admire Grab, so I like to do volume. Market share is more important than money at the start for a business.
You just crossed 500k combined followers. Take us through the mindset and actions to get there from zero.
Win at all costs. I feel that there are some people in my life, right, who are still alive, so I must work hard to defeat them. They are still alive, they are not dead yet. So that's my reason for continuing to push on, win at all costs.
Okay. Why is such a strong sense of competition?
Vengeance is pleasure.
I love it. He's so real. Which is ironic because the next thing I'm going to ask you is that when I had under 5k followers, you reached out to me at over 200k and you abundantly, generously supported me. That wasn't very vengeful. So, why that dichotomy?
Okay, because at the start, right, I was jealous of you. You were doing something which I wanted to do, but I cannot grow followers from that. So, I wanted to know you and make friends with you, understand you.
Okay. Last question, what is one philosophy that you live by?
Try not to believe everything you say, because I think when you do business or when you're outside in the real world, a lot of people will inflate themselves because of ego, pride or something. So anything people say is right, just maybe discount 50%.
Thank you.
No problem.
For all the support, man.
Thanks.
Follow him. I mean, he doesn't need the exposure. He's exposing me.
Follow him. Radical Riches.
What's the most revenue you have done in a year?
A few 100,000.
And what industries are you in?
I'm in clothing and also a marketing agency.
Please summarize your entrepreneurship journey in one word.
Bumpy. Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, sometimes we all know, but business there's always ups and downs and stuff like that, right? But sometimes the up is really up and then the down is really down. So you just have to be very careful about how you spend your money when you're on the up. And then also just make sure that you understand and also you know that it's going to get better when you're on the down. Yeah.
What's the harshest lesson you had to learn as an entrepreneur?
Relationship is very, very important. Yeah. So I used to think that entrepreneurship, I can just be on my own, that kind of thing, right? But actually relationship is very, very important and it's something that I neglected last time. And because of that, a lot of things happen and I learned my lesson the very, very hard way. But I mean, it's for the better life.
Now taking the lesson, what is one thing you can share with them about relationship building?
Really put others first before yourself. And really kind of genuinely care about others. I'm not the kind of person to check out on people and stuff like that. But recently I'm trying to develop that habit.
Last question, what ultimately drives you as an entrepreneur?
Honestly, my why, which is, I went through a very difficult phase of trying to find my why. But I found out it's really for the younger version of me. I really want to be like the older brother that I never had for him. By me posting my social media, by me being very transparent and stuff like that, right? I really hope to be an inspiration to people in a sense.
Thank you so much, man. That's amazing advice. Check out Kai's socials.